Previously on Critically Stupid.
We went on vacation, some would say it's tax evasion, but now we are here to stay. Barovia is lovely, except the terrifying and ugly things that keep creeping our way. A horde of older women turned to zombies. Julian then ran to help while the rest of us drank wine. Bildar told us about Izzy leading revolt, but not winning that day. All the strong fighters died. Since then, the zombies had come every night from dusk until dawn. Bill told us about a link Strahd had with Christina, that he thinks that she might be his wife from the past. Mel saw a badass lady kill some zombies. Is it crazy to think they may become friends really fast? Then a werewolf attacked Gareth, and I got kind of embarrassed because I forgot how to use a door. Ismark fled the battle, toward a shattered window he was rattled. Nell shot him so his butt will be sore. I hope Julian isn't dead, because we were just becoming best friends. And who will do our taxes then? Let's find out, let the adventure begin. Let the adventure begin.
Dianna, really quick,
Just like my nightmares.
Can you tilt your camera up? I'm losing the top of your forehead, and it's going to make your thumbnail images perfect. Look weird.
I
Yes,
mean,
Apollo.
but this way you see boobs.
I was just going to say, I feel like you're not going for
the.
the right audience here.
All right, listen. Every now and then, just sort of like dive sideways and give me both.
I just like do this once in a while.
You know how I do thumbnail faces every now and then? You just have to...
Thumbnail titties.
My thumbnail
titties.
I mean, that's fair. That's fine. Everyone
We all
else
have to do it,
because of
though.
the tattoo. So.
That honestly...
For sexism purposes, Apollo's absolutely right. Everybody's got to drop a little bit of cleavage every now and then. It can't just be Dianna.
I'll show one nip. That's what you get for free.
There's a big ass dent in the middle of my chest. I couldn't even push them together if I tried.
The day the dice arrive, the day I get Lewis Arcana die, that's the day I show just a little bit of ass.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome to your soon-to-be world-famous Dungeons & Dragons real-play comedy podcast, Critically Stupid. I am Alexander James. I am your Dungeon Master. I am your best friend, and I am your Neon Lights no longer enthusiast. I got burned by one of them on my finger, and it hurt really bad, and now I don't like neon lights anymore. And I'm going back to candles forever. Candlelight's the only way to go. Ignore those lights behind me and the light lighting my face. This is actually very fancy candlelight.
You're not worried about the candles burning you?
No, actually, I've no worries whatsoever. My favorite part of last episode was when I invented a werewolf with a tramp stamp. I don't know why. I thought it was very funny that somebody ripped the hair off a werewolf's back and there was a tramp stamp underneath it. I liked that a lot.
Butterfly.
Just a little butterfly. Just the cutest guy.
My biggest question is the tramp stamp still there when the werewolf goes back to being a human?
I am non-ironically so excited to find out together. Apollo, why don't you go next?
Hi, my name's Apollo, and my favorite part of last episode was when I actively shat myself when you described a elf on a horse looking from the tree line menacingly, and then really quick had to go, my character doesn't know shit about this man. Okay, random NPC, and had to walk away instead of screaming.
Really quick, Apollo, can you remind the audience what character you play in our campaign?
Oh, I'm not Southern, but I could be for you for the right price. Hi, my name is Apollo, and I play Julian Ironblade.
Fantastic. Who's going next?
Anthony.
Hi, I'm Anthony, and I play Arnold the Bard, and I really need this werewolf to have a butterfly and the human that transforms into it to have a caterpillar tattoo. How funny would that be? Like, that would be amazing if we could somehow work that out magically, right? Like, that's what I want the reality to be. Like, that's incredible. My favorite part of last episode was when I totally understood how doors and windows worked. And I was like, I am totally paying attention and sober and know exactly what's going on. And everyone was like, you're very competent and good at this. And I was like, thank you. It felt great.
And everybody clapped.
That was my favorite part. But aside from that, I really love my true favorite part was that we all were like confidently ready to go and storm and like help this village out and fight these zombies. And we all backpedaled immediately except for Julie. Apollo ran out there. He scared us like the skittish, like oh, he was so funny. And I was just like, this is the best. It couldn't be any better. Like, why is he of all people out there right now? I love it. And it made me so happy.
Y'all being like, we left our account, and I'm like, I'm not.
Listen. You are the perspective of you.
It's true. Dianna, you're next.
Hi, my name is Dianna. I play Mel. I also have the wolf pup Joshua Patrick, Josh Pat J Peasy. I would like to know in what stage from human to werewolf is the cocoon? Like is there like an in between, like half werewolf, half human thing? Like, where does this metamorphosis?
I'd imagine like as the human hair is beginning to turn into wolf hair, it's like kind of bunching.
Then it becomes the cocoon.
It becomes the cocoon as it grows and cracks into the
right. And then the beautiful butterfly. My favorite part of last episode, I'm gonna be honest, I was going through it last episode, so I don't have one. Garion.
Hey everybody, my name is Ebenezer Scrooge, and I play Gareth the Rogue. My favorite part of last episode was probably when I hopped over the counter, pried open the cash register, got a fistful of dingle and dongleberries.
Damn.
And now, unfortunately, that's just the currency for this campaign. You should have let anybody else choose.
Couldn't do it. Really quick, Garion, before we navigate away from you, you're missing one piece of crucial information.
God damn it! I even did a little fucking gesture.
I watched it. I was like, yes, that's literally why I said Dianna first. I was like, I'm looking out for Garion. I'm gonna get her to say it. And I saw him do this. I was like, oh, he's got this. This is gonna work out, and it didn't.
You know what's funny is as I was saying my favorite part, I'm like, I feel like I'm forgetting something, and it is. I'm forgetting my dear kitten, Constance, Connie for short. He has a book of magic hats, and he lives in my pocket. Canonically, he looks like whatever the cutest kind of cat you think is.
Fantastic. Okay, for today's cold open, we are going to go with what I actually received a Twitter DM from one of our delightful listeners demanding that I put this in. And at first I was like, absolutely not. No, this is our show. But then I was like, it's actually pretty funny that they just rolled up here and just kicked my door in and were like, do this funny thing. So Twitter DMer, this one's for you. We are going to build a butler. My first question goes to Anthony, and that is, how old is this butler?
He's can't be too weird. 15 years old.
I was
Oh, thank
really
God.
hoping you would make him so young.
I was gonna make him too young, but I was like, I don't want it to be too weird. But he's 15. 15 is a good
15.
weird age.
Dude, I would have been like 8.
Okay. 15-year-old butler.
He's a toddler butler. That's what he is. He can barely walk.
Apollo,
Oh,
what
baby
is
butler.
what is the outfit? What is this butler's like apparel? Are they like quite formal, informal? What's the vibe here?
Do you know those little monkey toys with the symbols?
Yes.
That. And
So
it's
Including
ill-fitting.
the symbols?
No.
okay, no symbols. That's a great
He does
detail,
have
actually.
cufflinks that are symbol shaped.
Ooh, I like
Nice. Okay. Is he wearing a fez?
Oh, you know he is.
Okay.
But like I
fez,
said,
Fez is
ill-fitting.
cool.
ill-fitting. It's just a
He's
simple-
too big or is
he's
it too small?
15.
It's a
This
big-
butler is 15. It's the middle of puberty. He got the suit at the beginning of the year and he's outgrowing it.
Okay. Okay. You know what? We got to respect the level of
The
realistic
fez
detail.
resting on his head like this. Fuck. Exactly like that.
Exactly.
All right. Now, I was initially going to change this question because normally I don't like giving Garion any kind of power in this sort of opening bit. I like to quarantine him in the regular episode.
I noticed that.
But I'm going to trust Garion here. I'm going to trust my castmate. I'm going to be a little vulnerable, and I'm going to ask him, Garion, what accent does this 15-year-old butler speak with?
You know what? We're gonna go with a German man trying to cover up that he's German.
All right. All right. All right. A lying German 15-year-old in a fez and cufflinks and a slouchy suit. Now, my last question
Fuck me.
goes to the one who is most prepared for it. It goes to the most qualified, genteel cast member on our show, Dianna. What's his name?
I literally want to slit my wrists right now.
Remember the
name?
method, Diana. Remember
the
the method.
method.
I know
Remember
the
the method.
method, and I knew he was going to ask me the question, and I was like trying to do the method in my head, and then you were like German pretending not to be German, and my dumb brain went Adolf, and I was like, no self, no.
Hey. There's
Not
one
good.
German name you
So-
can't use.
I'm aware. I was self-policing. I'm just sharing what.
No, it's spelled with a PH though. that means it's fine.
It's actually it's longer. It's like Adolphulus. So
Adolf.
Adolphulus. Okay, fantastic. The 15-year-old. This is why you guys are the reason we can't have nice things. A 15-year-old butler wearing a fez, speaking like a German, lying about being German, and his name is Adolphulus. Fantastic. Okay, we're gonna leave Adolphulus wherever he is. We're gonna open on you four Bing Bongs. It is moments after the square has settled, after this zombie attack has plagued the village of Barovia. There are corpses lying in the street. There are fires that are slowly starting to spread across this bric-a-brac piece of broken furniture in the square that has been prepared for what you have been told the bodies that will inevitably come from this fight. And you have just seen Izzy Ismark Kolyanovich clasp his right butt cheek, maybe it is his left butt cheek, one of his butt cheeks, and collapse to the mud after your ranger shot him where he ran. What would you guys like to do?
Real quick, I remember there being two prominent NPCs. It was Izzy, the one who led all of the townspeople to the castle and got them all killed, and the other guy called him a huge bitch.
Correct.
Cool. What's the other guy's name again?
His name is Bildrath.
Okay, cool. So Billy and Ismanius.
Yes, Billy is inside the Blood of the Vine Tavern. He and actually you, Gareth, just dispatched a werewolf. If you remember, you have his hammer, and so he open hand slapped a werewolf. And then he was the
pretty badass.
Yeah, and then he was the one that tore the hair off of its lower back and revealed the tramp stamp tattoo of infamy.
I mean, Gareth has been inside this whole time, so I think like, all right, well, it's better see what's going on out there.
Okay, you unlatch all the windows or all the latches.
No. Arnold goes, no. I've been studying this door. I know exactly how it works. And he unlocks it and pushes
Garion, you hear Arnold from the other side of the door, muffled, say, no. I know all the things about this door. Don't worry. And then he just fumbles at the outside of the door because it's locked from the inside. Arnold, you're outside.
Don't worry, I got it. I opened that door.
Yeah, I see. Let's pretend that. Let's say that Arnold has been paying attention in Gareth's stealth school, and he successfully lock picks the door.
Lockpick the door.
Okay. Gareth relocks it because he thinks it's funny.
There's like a moment of concentrated scrabbling, and you see this lockpick sort of like enter like.
Can I cast Mage Hand to unlock the door from the other side? Just like awkwardly, uncomfortably.
Yes.
Like, oh God, okay.
Absolutely. Okay, so here's the process of events vis-a-vis this door, and I'm so glad we're still here somehow. Gareth goes to unlock the door. Arnold unlocks the door first. Gareth, thinking it's funny, relocks the door, and then Arnold's Mage Hand unlocks the door. Comedy. The door swings open. Gareth and Arnold is standing on the other side. He's a little cut up from his jump through the window to run away from the werewolf. So he's got some scratches on his face. He's covered in mud, and it is, yes, starting to rain. So there's the gentle pitter patter of raindrops on his shoulders, hair, and the general mud in the vicinity.
Gareth looks at it, all the destruction. He's like, oh, no, am I too late? Man. Everybody okay?
Actually, we should probably check on oh God, what happened to Julian? Is he alive?
We can't not do our taxes without that guy.
That's true. We need him for tax-related activities. So can I send message to Julian? I just want to be like, Julian, are you okay? I think he's dying. He's coughing. Something's wrong.
Everything's wrong, man. What the fuck? I incinerated some white lady. She was dead though already, I think, maybe.
They all are.
And then Ismark turned around and ran the other way, so now I'm just following him.
Okay.
Wait, you're following him? Are you going away from the tavern, or are you coming back toward us?
I think I'm just passing it in the other direction. Did you get out of the big door?
Thank you for recognizing the large size of the door. Like, yes, it was.
I could feel
formidable.
like a psychic disturbance. I was like, oh, there's a door somewhere.
Something's going on. Yeah. I got past it. Don't worry. Do you need help? Do you want us to find you?
I don't know. This like really cool lady with a really big sword showed up, and then Ismark saw her and immediately fucking hightailed to her direction. So I'm also going there. Please help.
Okay, so I'm gonna turn to Garion or Gareth and say, he needs help. I just sent him a message, and he said that he's following someone. They're running towards some awesome badass lady, and he needs us.
All right. Well, we need him as much as he needs us, and maybe he does need a badass lady who doesn't.
Fair. So can
speaking of badass ladies, where's ours?
Yes. So Mel's still on the roof, right?
I think I was gonna say, aren't I outside on some sort of landing or something or other?
Yes, you are outside on a catwalk ringing this sort of like raw timber wall around the village.
How do I get down off the catwalk?
Well, there's a set of stairs.
Before you get down, can I yell to Mel? Can she hear me from where I am?
Yeah, totally.
Okay. So I want to yell to Mel and just be like, can you see Julian or the group running from where you are?
Yes.
Yes. Okay, cool.
Yes, I can also see I shot that guy.
Nice.
That one she says really loud. I shot that guy.
So, okay, Julian needs our help. So can you come down here? We'll all run over together.
Can you just tell I really want to go talk to this guy that I shot.
Okay.
Because I got questions, so maybe Julian could just like stop running for like why is he running? I have questions.
It's a whole thing. There's a badass lady. You might be friends with her. Who knows? I don't know how things work. So I message Julian again and be like, Julian, can you wait 1 second? We need Mel's trying to do a thing. Can you slow them down?
Okay.
Thank you. You're amazing.
I'll try, but there's totally a lot of undead.
He's very confident in his abilities to stop this badass lady.
No, I don't think line's still open. I don't think I'm gonna stop the badass lady. I think she's doing her own thing.
Okay.
So good. Yeah.
Let's cut to Izzy Kolyanovich. Smash cut. Izzy Kolyanovich has just like pulled himself with one leg and two arms over the shattered remnants of this beautiful, somehow three-dimensional stained glass window that this woman jumped through at the end of last episode, and is attempting to sort of make it inside this house. There is a door sort of just around the corner, and let's say you catch up to him with his hand on the handle of the door, pushing it inward.
I think I would pull it back shut, and kind of turn to him and say, I don't have a lot of respect for a coward.
My lady, I am no coward. I simply was attempting to help my sister. She is the only thing I have left in this world. Her and my father. It is only the two of us. I'm sorry if you thought I was being cowardly. By the way, and this is sort of aside, did you shoot me in
100%, and I would do it
cheek?
again. Listen, you left the people that you gathered up there on the front line. You were just as responsible for them. I'm
They are
sorry,
fine.
your sister was in trouble. They're not fine. My accountant is in dire danger right now, which means my tax evasion is in danger right now.
We can't even count how many dead bodies there are without that guy.
I believe your accountant is slightly out of breath, maybe not in the dire peril that you seem to think he is in. I was at the front line, as you call it. He behaved admirably, as did the defenders of our glorious village of Barovia. And I was coming here to rescue my sister, although rescue is a bit of a strong term. She does not quite need rescuing as such.
You a bitch. Gareth calls that from like behind. Just you a bitch.
Gareth, you feel a hand on your shoulder, sort of from behind you, and you turn, and there is a flame-haired lady standing there in chain and plate mail. She's holding a two-handed sword that is covered in blood, as is, it must be said, she, splattering her torso that's like flecked across both of her cheeks. She's got a little bit of it in her eyelashes. Yes, Anthony.
When you say flame hair, do you mean actual literal flame, or are you just being metaphorical?
Like ginger?
Hair? I need to know because we have met literally like a flame, like fire genasi.
Yeah, just like flame
I was
princess
picturing like Hades.
Yeah, I just want to know. I'm just trying to clarify for my mind, like.
Or is it like hair that kind of looks like flame, like Rengoku?
You see Christopher Woods as Hades standing behind you. No, it's just a girl. It's just a girl with red hair.
Yeah.
James Woods?
Is it James Woods?
Woods.
Fuck.
He sucks anyway.
I was going to say, he's a garbage person, though.
All right, great. Well, he's not there, and this lady is, and she has red hair that I was attempting to be a little bit artsy about, and I'm sorry. That's on me for trying to bring a little bit of elevation to this show. So
I immediately wrote in my notes, "She's ginger" in all caps. So I got it.
There you go.
I wrote in my mental notes, "She's hot." No.
That one without saying.
This is my David Stardong.
She's not going to have to roll for hotness.
She looks at you, Gareth, with hazel eyes and says, "Do not." Let me give her a different voice. Hang on, because I was about to give her the same voice as her brother, and that would be hella awkward.
That'd be very funny. Can you give us your best anime girl voice for this character, please?
What? No.
Extremely high pitched.
Yeah, just like real annoying.
You know what? Yeah. She looks at you with beautiful hazel eyes, blood spattered across her face. You can still feel the like heat from the bodies that she has dismembered, steaming off of her armor in this cold rain that is coming from the clouds. And she looks at you and says, "Ooh."
Whoa.
Oh, yuck. You don't want to get any of this blood on you.
Gareth is completely flabbergasted by the mysterious entrance
Owner
of
that he
this
has.
fucking.
He's completely entranced by his own boner.
Just completely. You know how in like cartoons, fucking eyes popping out of his skull, jaw dropping to the floor. Awooga!
Garion's nosebleeds. Just
Steam comes out of my ears. Train whistle sound.
She says, gosh, mister, don't take it out on this guy. He doesn't even watch Hunter x Hunter.
If you pronounce the X in that show one more fucking time.
First off, motherfucker.
No, stop it. Listen, guys.
I don't even like it.
I am a huge Attack on Titan fan, right? I read the
manga. That you had to look.
I read the manga. I know all the backstories. I can count all of the side characters. So, like, let me get this straight. He didn't do anything wrong. He was just coming to help me, his waifu. No, they're brother and sister. Waifu's a different thing, right?
His foo.
His foo.
I would like it on the record that I have organized and run anime conventions before.
I'm doing a good job, right?
Just tell the story, man. Just tell the story.
Right.
Also, important context for the audience. Alex, the DM, has in fact seen all of Attack on Titan. Important knowledge. Actually.
I'm deep in character.
So hold up. I'm gonna go back a little because I'm confused. I don't know a whole lot about anime, even though I lived in Japan, and I know that's shameful. How do you say? Is there an X in Hunter X Hunter?
Yeah, it is spelled. Actually, hold on.
Yes, please show us.
Okay.
This is so Curse of Strahd related.
Listen, I have significant ADHD.
There is an X there. It's Hunter. You just don't pronounce the X.
Then why is it there?
So is it called Hunter or is it like
it's
Hunter
just called
Squared,
Hunter. It's kind of it's like Spy Family where there's also an X in there. It's artistic. It's I don't know.
So I'm sorry. Just to recap, I got dragged across hot coals for saying flame haired about 5 minutes ago, and then I said the X in Hunter and I got fucking murdered for that too.
I will say that I thought the flame colored hair was a great description, and I had no issue with it. I did have an issue with the X in Hunter.
I didn't have an issue with the flame hair. I was fine to continue with my mental image of her having like Hades type hair.
I will suggest you can put a little artistic X in the title of this episode. If you'd like.
just like right in the middle somewhere, like
vampire.
Yeah, just for no reason, it's critically X stupid and it's not explained. Holy shit, that'd be amazing.
Cut this out and just keep going.
Just splice it right in there. Okay.
If there's an X in the title, am I gonna have to show more boobs?
No, that's you have to wait for the other two. Yeah, you got to wait for two more X's. We're slowly going to gradually
leading up to it. I got you.
1,000 episodes, the third X drops. Or 1,000 subs, rather.
Okay, Garion, she tells you to not be so hard on Ismar Kolyanovich because he was just coming to help her.
Well, I'm sorry, but he gathered the troops in front of the town to lead them valiantly, and as soon as the fighting started, he left to go rescue you, and pardon my saying so, you don't seem like you need rescuing. You seem like you could sweep me off my feet. Gareth bats his eyelashes a little bit.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Cool. She says, well, yeah, I bet you'd like that, young master. I bet you
a 1940s radio host now. I'm sorry.
I have to use vocal tics to stay in character. So I will say, ooh. So what
this can't be the voice.
What you would like is for me to sweep you off your feet. And that's great. But I don't want to because I just met you and you're being very rude to me and my brother. So maybe if you're a little bit nicer to the both of us, maybe one day I'll sweep you off your feet and I'll give you a big old smoocherino right on those luscious lips of yours. But for now,
continuing to bat his eyelashes. My lady, please, I have done nothing to harm you or your brother. I was not the one who lodged the arrow in his buttocks. I am merely the one trying to understand his actions concerning the poor town's members.
Okay, look, here's the thing. Two options. One, the zombies attack and nobody organizes the defenses and everybody dies. 2, the zombies attack. Izzy tries to help the people defend the village, and then tries to rescue also his family, me and our father. Which of them would you like? Either he stays with the front lines and then loses his family, because we were also under attack.
No. Quick question. So he did not rescue you. We stopped him from doing that by shooting him, and here you are. So it would have been totally fine.
At that, Garion, you hear a long, drawn-out scream come from inside the house on the other side of the door. And Izzy is going to push that door open past you, Dianna. You can make a strength check if you'd like to keep it closed, because last time I checked, you were like sort of holding it in its frame. Or you can let him go through.
I think I'll I mean, the scream indicates someone's probably in trouble. I mean, maybe his dad died. One less person to worry about, honestly. Listen, I have daddy issues. I will let him open.
Whoa.
Opening the door and the Pandora's box here.
All right. Izzy rushes in. The door opens into an elegant, if a little bit shabby foyer. You're looking at tables that are several years old and worn. They were once nice, but have since fallen into disrepair, as has most of this house. There's art on the walls that is clearly several decades old, without care or upkeep. And through one of the doors, Izzy runs, and you hear
He runs? How's he running?
Poorly and painfully. It's sort of like a step.
Can you even
step.
stand?
Yeah, it's sort of like a shuffling, like limp. Like if like. All right, he staggers through the door and then screams. There's an animal-like scream of loss and mourning. And Gareth, if you could actually hit us with that.
Oh, yeah.
That was nothing but static, and I liked it a lot.
Great. Also, Gareth hears both of these screams and repeats to this lady, "See, totally fine."
In the living room of this house, you find Izzy Ismar Kolyanovich hunched over a dead body. It is an old man, balding. He is dressed simply but well, with sort of like elegant robes. He is wearing a heavy pendant over his chest on a silver brocade, and he has recently, it seems, perished from the gaping wound in his neck and shoulder that looks almost like, investigation checks please from all 4 of you.
Okay, so I would have arrived at this point.
Yeah. Everybody's together.
That 20, 21.
21. Goddamn.
19.
Ooh, 19, 18. Okay. Anthony?
I got a 21 as well.
Wow. Okay. These are very clearly zombie marks. Zombie teeth marks. There are like nail punctures across his shoulders. And
do zombies have different teeth from human teeth? Like when they become zombies, do their teeth change?
That's a great question. There's actually a set of rotten dentures stuck in his neck. That's how you can tell that they were from
would Gareth know, are D&D zombie rules the same as like pop culture zombie rules? Like, is this person about to turn into a zombie?
You would have no knowledge of that, Gareth, unless you can give me a canonical reason why your character would know about zombies, like Apollo's about to ask about, I think. No? What's up, Apollo?
Gareth loves The Walking Dead.
Oh, cool.
With a 19, am I able to tell how recently he's died? Because if it's within a certain amount of time, I might be able to heal him.
Yeah, for sure. Give me, what do you think that would be, like a religion? Or I mean, for an investigation that good, this dude is for all intents and purposes still circling the drain.
Right. Okay. This is why you invite a cleric to your Curse of Strahd party, folks. I'm gonna cast Revivify on him.
Okay. How does that work? This is our first revivify of the campaign.
Essentially, I target somebody who has died within the last minute.
Mm-hmm.
If they have died within the last minute, they come back with 1 hit point. I am just going to
Great
do
news
my
for
due
Arnold.
diligence and double check that though, just so I get the wording correct. Yeah. You touch a creature that has died within the last minute. The creature returns to life with 1 hit point. This spell can't return to life a creature that has died of old age, nor can it restore any missing body parts.
Okay, fantastic. Do you have well, no, I'm not going to make you I'm going to cut this. Alex, hey, future Alex. First of all, fuck you. Second, cut this. The spell requires a diamond worth 300 gold pieces, but that's
you are correct. I'm willing to
Here's
see
the thing.
if I have
We're like really
pure
rich.
I was
luck.
gonna say canonically, it wouldn't be that far of a stretch to think that Gareth just has a few in his pockets.
All right, so let's do this. Let's splice back into the scene where Julian Ironblade, your new associate, convinces Gareth, the remarkably generous person, to give him a diamond worth 300 gold pieces.
I think I don't even do that. I think I rush
to revive
over.
a stranger.
I start just doing, your basic. Oh, okay. I think Julian, it was probably
what just happened?
Julian was maybe like, I don't know, pre-med or something before he switched. Because he's just a smart kid. So he starts like going like checking for vitals. He's like, okay, there's still stuff. I see Gareth's pinky ring that is extremely tacky and expensive. I don't know why he has one of these. I do love it though.
I'm not gonna let you fucking edit my character, Apollo. What? No.
I had to
It
try.
means it's been on ascot like Fred from Scooby Doo.
He's been smoking hand-rolled cigarettes.
Don't you remember the first episode? I said, "Hello, lovely to meet you. What a beautiful pinky ring." That's the first thing I said to you.
Hey, Jamie, pull that up. I'm sorry. I kind of lost the train of thought after pinky ring. What did Julian actually say anything to Gareth?
I think I'll just turn on like, Gareth, do you have any diamonds on you? Worth at least 300 gold. Dingleberries?
Yeah, I have a few.
I don't know
you
which
can
is the
take your
bigger
pick.
one.
What do you need them for?
Oh, it is dongleberries. This is the larger.
Dongleberries, the larger one? Okay.
Yeah.
Because I'm going to bring this man back to life.
Oh, well, hold on.
Yeah.
What?
So wait, Alex, can I ask? With my investigation check, I canonically did read Volo's or a big chunk of Volo's work. Because I was a big fan of him. Would I know something about zombies? Would I know about the bite?
Yes, you absolutely would, Arnold. Thank you so much for asking. You did read Volo's Guide to Monsters and Waterdeep. You followed a lot of Volo's work because you did have a relationship with the famous Waterdavian writer. And so you would know very well that sort of in the wilds where zombies roam, because it is not an everyday occurrence that you find zombies, even in a fantasy setting, even in a big city such as Waterdeep. You got to go out there to find a zombie. You know that the rules are such: if you are bitten by a zombie, you will return as a zombie. You are unsure of the exact time frame because Volo was unsure of the exact time frame. He lied in his book, and you were pretty smart, and you were smart enough to figure that out. What you saw or heard from, maybe you didn't hear it from Julian Ironblade, but I will tell you that the zombies that Julian Ironblade saw only moments ago were not zombies for a moment, and then were zombies the next moment. You also know or have a pretty good feeling, Arnold, that a person brought back, there's a non-zero chance that they will bring back what they were killed with.
Okay.
Now, you know that.
Dangerous.
Apollo doesn't, and I'm a big fan of the opposing ethics here.
Infectious diseases, guys.
So as Gareth is kind of reluctant to give
has a fistful of grape-sized diamonds perfectly cut.
I'm just saying. Okay, so I'm just saying. Wait. Okay, so Gareth, we might want to revive this guy because he's definitely going to become a zombie. But if when he comes back, I remember I read in Volo's work that he might still have the infection when he comes back.
Okay, listen, I hate to be, the bad guy in this situation, but it sounds to me like you want us to spend one of our diamonds, to revive a stranger who might revive as a zombie. I'm hearing all cons. Let's hear some pros, everybody. Shoot him out.
Ismark, who is this guy?
Yes. Hello, it is me, Ismark. This is my father. This is my
That's worth
daddy.
It's
Oh,
not
no.
worth it.
Okay,
No, this is the No, you don't understand. This is the burgomaster
Shush.
of Did you?
I don't care. May you now know the grief that you brought on everybody that you took to the front line and abandoned. Also, we should probably cut off his head or something. That's how zombies work, right?
Doing like
Well,
compressions.
no, it's yeah.
I'm going through some stuff, bestie. I'm very
That's
sorry.
no, it's cool. I like the sort of like let the blood sit on your hands vibe.
I'm pretty sure he meant what you said was cool, not the fact that you're going through some stuff. That's not cool.
I didn't even take it that way, but now I'm offended. I'm just kidding.
Christina Kolyanovich pipes up and says it would really mean she's a 1940s damsel in a British movie now, by the way.
Honestly, that's a better accent. I like it.
It would really mean just simply the world to us if you could save my papa from the devastating injuries that he is bearing here.
Do you have any way to just like kind of hold him down, like restrict him in some way, so just in case something goes wrong, do you have something that you can?
Yes,
you can. Do you have 300 dongle berries?
Yes,
this is free.
Wait, hold up a second. First of all, yes, I have this sash that I keep my sword tucked into my evening gown in. You can use this to restrain. She's wearing an evening gown now because she's a damsel. But also, are you suggesting that you might extort my papa's life for 300 dongle berries?
I'm not saying I'm going to extort it. I'm saying you need a diamond in order to do the spell, and I have some for sale.
So perhaps we could lean on your human charity to help us out here in our hour of need.
Oh, like the human charity you showed all those dead guys?
Lean on Gareth's human charity. It'll be fun for me.
Why don't we go all to the newly orphaned kids and talk to them about human charity?
Their parents knew what they signed up for. They went
and
willingly.
So did yours.
And your parents knew.
Do you not have the money? Is that the issue?
Are you poor?
Are you okay? Like,
you broke ass bitch.
They've been using me as an accountant. I could probably sort out some like loan repayment for you.
Your father is gone, and you need to accept that, because it sounds like even if we magically brought him back, if Gareth grew some human charity, which I still think you should try, he will still have the infection. Your father is gone, and I suggest you start processing your grief.
Alex, would Arnold have some money on him? I imagine since we're all
sure, yeah, you guys are all loaded.
Okay, so can I say this is very dangerous. I don't love this, and I know my friends aren't a big fan of doing this at all. Could you maybe help us find a place to stay in town, or do something in to help us in exchange for this whole service that we're gonna do, which will be very dangerous, by the way.
You are more than welcome to stay here in our house. We have rooms to spare, and Papa, when he was alive, he loved to entertain. And actually, that reminds me, Adolphus, and you hear awkward, gangly footsteps as you turn to see a 15-year-old butler wearing a loose suit and a fez that cups his head like a bucket.
Like the TF2 soldier.
Say, yes, darling, it is me. I can help you.
Okay. Hi.
I stopped doing CPR.
You let him die.
I stopped. I'm like, what the?
Did she just say Adolphus?
Yeah. So did she say your name is?
It is actually shortened. It is Adolf
with a PH.
It is a PH. I do bring the funk.
I have to specify it's a PH because for some reason the other one canonically existed in this world.
No,
Jesus.
Like, is that problematic?
No. There is real world Adolf Hitler.
Not great. Okay, so Adolphus. So Arnold just insists on saying the entire thing.
That's probably a good thing for real.
Yeah, for the sake
I'm
of
calling
humanity.
this motherfucker Dollface. Real talk.
Dollface.
crying.
Dollface is good. So thank you, Garion. So okay, so Arnold says, hi, would you be able to help me restrain this body? I'm so sorry. I know this is probably hard for you also, but can you help me restrain this?
What is the point? What is the point? We are going to bring back a literal zombie and restrain him. Why? To put people at risk, to put more people at risk. This family has killed enough people.
Are we doing it just to prove a point? Because that's kind of funny.
Yeah, well, I thought okay, okay, I'm in character. I would say, well, it's not certain that he's going to come back as a zombie. Is the thing. Like we could try to bring him back, and if he is a zombie,
Convince me it's worth the risk.
well, if
Show me
I
this
died,
pen.
I'd want you to try.
Julian just kind of says, if
I mean,
he,
you mean more to me than that random guy, though. So convince harder.
And also, I just want to listen. I know that I have a little experience, right? I died from like
It wasn't
a
that
normal
bad,
wound,
right?
and not an infectious disease.
I think Julian will just in between like compressions will just say, okay, the way that undead curses usually work is that you have to die fully first. I can stop him from dying fully first. So then it might not trigger properly. If it does, it'll at least give us a window of time to get information. And information is always worth it. That's my 2 cents anyway. Keep talking.
Adolphus's fez sinks over his eyes with a low pitch thunk, and he pitches it up and says, "Yes, I will happily sit on this man for I beg your pardon. I will happily sit on this man for you."
Gonna sit on him.
You're so kind, Dollface.
I thought you were going to correct. I thought you were course correcting as you started to say it, but instead you doubled down.
Because I have to pretend that I'm not German, Bestie. I've been lashed to this accent like a drowning man to a rock.
You should have given me the name, dude. It would have been better.
I deliberately
you wouldn't have to do a stupid fucking accent.
Well,
you made your bed, now lie in it.
Okay, before we have this 15-year-old
sit on this dead guy.
War criminal sit on this dead guy. Let's take a quick pee break and listen to our messages section, and then we will be right back.
Sometimes you watch a piece of media that's really good, but it releases weekly, and you're like, I don't want to continue with my life until I see the end of this cliffhanger. Put me under for a week, come back when the podcast uploads its next episode, then I can be a person.
Fair. And we are that show. What's going on, everybody? Welcome to your sponsored post. We are here to talk, as always, about our fantastic sponsor, Libris Arcana. My first question is going to go to Apollo. Apollo, please tell me how you would use a fantastic set of Libris Arcana dice to thwart a police investigation on a murder that you did.
Well, it was pretty simple. So we're recording this in February, and that's very important information for you to know. This will come into play later.
Because I killed a guy in November.
Because it's Black History Month, and you've got the police going after Apollo, bestie.
Yeah, so basically, did I do it? Absolutely, yes. There was tons of evidence. I was very sloppy. There was a trail of blood like straight to my front door. My parents let them in. They were like, because this is an Irish household, they were like, can I get you some tea? Would you like a cup of tea? So when I came down basically for dinner, the police were just there. And the guards, because that's what they call them over here, it's the guards, the Gardaí, the Garda Síochána, the guardians of the peace.
Shit. Guards,
and
seize them!
Literally, seize them. So I come down for my dinner, expecting roast potatoes or something, because I'm so stereotypically Irish.
I didn't want to say it.
The police are like, "Hey, you killed a guy," and I'm like, "Did I though?" And they said, "No, you 100% did." And I pulled out this incredible set of Libris Arcana die, and I said, "Are you really going to accuse me of a murder during Black History Month?" And I rolled a nat 20. They saw it and said, "You got us," and then they walked away.
That would have gone very differently if you were in our country.
You were to roll
a nat 20. You have to honor a nat 20.
No. Canonically, you have to honor a nat 20, even if you murdered somebody during Black History Month.
They say it's the loophole.
It's
Dr. King wrote it in.
I have the
Dr.
alternate.
Nope, I'm not going to make that joke. Actually, okay, so
This is my get out of jail free card.
see, now, if you don't roll a nat 20 on a Libris Arcana die, you can use a get out of jail free card. However, if you don't have one of those lying around, Anthony, where can our delightful listeners go to get their very own police investigation, murder thwarting, Black History Month approved set of Libris Arcana dice?
There's only one place to go, and of course, it's LibrisArcana.com, where you can get all sorts of cool dice sets, some resin sets, metal sets, custom sets, monthly sets, all sorts of cool stuff at LibrisArcana.com.
And Garion, what's that exclusive discount code that our listeners can use to get 20% off?
I'm so glad you asked. It is stupid20, STUPID 20. Had to spell it in case you're STUPID, like
20.
ME.
And of course, Dianna, if somebody was going to cancel that subscription, would they have to speak to an actual living, breathing human being?
Absolutely not. No conversations with police are required during Black History Month or any month. Actually, you can just pop on there and cancel your subscription, and nobody will harass you about it. None of those annoying surveys like, oh, wait, come back, and you get like 3,000 emails. I hate that shit so much. It's easy peasy. You just cancel, and that's it. You just hit the button and you're done. If you want to sign up again later, you can do it. You can go right back onto LibrisArcana.com and use code STUPID20.
Libris Arcana, dice for life.
Stay homunculus, everyone.
All right, everybody, welcome back from our break. We hope you peed and have a fresh beverage, unless you're driving, in which case we hope your eyes are glued to the road.
And that you have an ice cold beverage with you.
And
Whatever that beverage may be, drinking and driving is cool.
I love the silence there. Okay, Anthony, you have a 15-year-old butler with a bucket fez who has very genteelly offered to sit on this fresh corpse for you.
Okay.
Like a mother hen and her egg.
So I'm gonna look at Mel, who doesn't seem to want to do this at all, and say, "Hey Mel, I know you really don't want to do this, and it does seem potentially dangerous. Could you possibly, as the strongest and most stabby of us, position yourself in a way to maybe kill this person if they do come back as a monster?"
No.
Well, yeah, I can save you the trouble, and we could walk out.
Not do this.
We could just not
skip
do
the
it
middleman
at all.
Oh, but my
I have
papa.
no sympathy for you people.
What do you mean, you people?
Your
Whoa.
family.
What do you mean, you people?
I saw
In
confessions.
the middle
Whoa.
of Black History Month, you're gonna drop that? Like, clearly I meant the family.
It's Dwarf History Month.
Dwarf History Month. That's why it's the shortest month.
Fuck.
That was amazing.
That might have been the best joke we've had in this campaign to date. Holy shit. All right.
Oh my god.
Anthony, sensing that you are the most agreeable to their cause, the Kolyanovich siblings approach you, and Christina Kolyanovich implores, her eyes huge and begging, her hair metaphorically aflame, and she says, "Please, oh please, won't you save my papa? I never got a chance to say goodbye. Whatever will I know if he loves me or not?"
Hey, Alex, can I ask you something? Can you do
Please.
something for us? Can you roll us a persuasion check?
Shit. Yeah, absolutely I
Turn
can.
tables.
Who am I rolling against?
I mean, you're talking to Arnold.
All right, Arnold, here we go.
I think Mel needs more persuading than Arnold.
Yeah.
I rolled a 16.
So, okay, the thing is, Arnold is, wants to love everyone and wants this guy to come back if it's possible, but also has no power to do so. I'm just here to help and facilitate this if Julian wants to perform this, and I do have the money.
I think that this is a scenario where, like, Anthony as Arnold is convinced, but the party is split in a couple of different ways.
Yeah. So, all right, I'll say, I
think it's interesting that we're confronted with, like, please help save my father. And we're like,
Yeah.
If it was anybody but your father, like any other family member, I'd probably
Oh, please,
be.
won't you help save my dear, sweet, funny, also tattooed physical therapist?
I mean, is
Okay,
he
so
also emotionally unavailable? Because if that's the case, then
Only
Dude,
the
dead
best
is
ones
about
are.
as emotionally unavailable as you can
that's
get.
fair.
nice. Let me see. So, okay, I don't want to get bit by this guy either. Can Arnold do anything to restrain this man further? Like, could I
Listen, you've got a 15-year-old willing to sit on him. We got to shit or get off the pot here. Are you high? Are you raising this corpse or not?
All right, I think
How do I get
Gareth.
you? How do I get
reasonable
you
question.
in this dead corpse right now?
I think get pause. I think Gareth sees
tap the roof of the corpse.
dismayed.
Me.
I think Gareth is going to cut in here and go, look, listen, our accountant says that he may be able to stop the death before the zombification takes place. Fine. If you can do that without taking one of my numerous diamonds, which I need all of, okay, they're mine.
If it's just a matter of diamonds, I'm so silly. Of course, why didn't I interject before? I'm liking this 1940s damsel. It's actually an easier voice to do.
No, it's pretty. It's also very fitting. I like it.
Thank you. I happen to have a diamond here in my bosoms.
Plural.
She reaches into her like armor and pulls out a
Which set
motherfucker
of cleavage does she pick it from if she has multiple bosoms?
She picks it from the back titties and she pulls out a motherfucker of a diamond. Gareth, as she hands it to Apollo, it is the size of a plum.
100%.
I think Gareth is going to approach Apollo and real slowly like, listen, buddy, one of these grape-sized ones will do just as fine. And go for like a sleight of hand like exchange.
Okay, it is in the middle of a room full of people, so I need you to roll me the best sleight of hand check you've ever rolled.
Luckily,
it is in this bitch's hand.
Well, I thought it was in Apollo's hand. That's why.
No, she is in the process of handing it over.
I'm waiting for it to be in Apollo's hand, so I'm not like.
I like that Julian is gone and it's just me.
Oh yeah,
shoot,
sorry.
No, my bad, Julian.
No, it's fine, everyone.
He called me Diana most of the time too because it's such a self-insert. You just get used to it.
Also,
that's so real.
Me
actually,
and Anthony, our character names are like similar enough to our normal names that it's like either or.
Actually, do you want to know why I call you Diana sometimes, Bestie? It's because every now and then you'll zone out and I say your real name to pull you back in.
Am I still doing that?
No, very, very infrequently. It's just that I've made a habit of it, of just like occasionally just like buzzing the tower.
Buzzword.
Okay. Yes, Gareth, let's say she hands it off and she says, I'm so silly of me to forget. I always forget my back titty diamond. You know, I just have it for effect.
You know, if you get a better fitting like bra, it won't do that.
I've heard that, but alas, the Brazier store closed down within the last fortnight because the seamstress was brutally murdered by
your brother got him killed. That's what I'm hearing.
No, please, won't you save my papa?
No.
Hey, we're running out of time here, y'all. I don't want to be a bummer, but
yeah. All right.
She hands the diamond to... And I approach Julian. I'm like, all right, here, take one of these grapes. It'll do the job just fine. Let me and then I just real casually like switch out the two big plum diamond for a small grape diamond.
All right, Gareth, roll up that sleight of hand check.
I just want you to know that I picture like whenever you have something like a little diamond, your cute little pocket kitten like uses his little paws or maybe a hat or something to like take it into the pocket and
oh my god, like Constance goes down and gets it and like comes back up with a little diamond.
Gareth is reaching for
the like he hands it to the little kitten and the kitten puts it in the little magic pocket.
I like the idea of like a sleeve cat that comes out like, as you reach out.
Actually,
you can like actually travel through all the pockets. Sorry.
I've decided something on the fly. The front chest pocket that Constance hangs out in is actually a bag of holding. So the bigger that Constance gets, he'll still be able to fit in the pocket.
We decided that before because I asked what happens when he grows.
Oh, we did.
And you said it was like so that's why in my head like anything you pilfer, your little cat helps you. And
I think as Gareth reaches for the plum-sized diamond, Constance fishes around in the pocket and produces one of the small grape ones as an exchange and plops it on the table.
Okay. The table being metaphorical, of course, because this is a sleight of hand check. You're going for Julian's exposed hand. Roll it up, Gareth. What'd you get for that sleight of hand?
All right. Let's see. Whoa. 17 plus 9 is 28.
Fuck, that's really good.
Sleight of hand and stealth are my only good skills.
All right. Julian, you don't even feel Garrett's hand break the surface tension of your own. And suddenly the diamonds are swapped. You are holding I call it like 3 smaller diamonds. And somehow there is a silver chain on these, just like there was a silver chain on the big plum size one that Christina Kolyanovich just handed you. And then you hear like a tiny meow. And then there's a little calling card of a cat on your hand.
Cat, Constance does not have a fucking calling card. He knows better than that.
Hey, what's up, audience member? That is a reference from our last campaign. Don't worry about it. It's just a joke that I said to annoy Garion.
A little callback. You should watch every episode of the first campaign to get it.
Boy, oh boy! Don't start.
I like to think Constance just throws down the what's her fuck's calling card because we stole them.
He throws, like throws down just apostrophe's calling card to frame her.
Yes.
Okay, Apollo, you got the diamonds, you got the dead guy, and now there is a bucket-wearing 15-year-old butler sitting on this corpse.
Adolphus, hold on tight. Take the diamond in between my hands, crush it. The diamond reshapes to the shape of a. It's Dwarf History Month. I'm strong.
He's stronger during Dwarf History Month.
It's like how waterbenders are stronger during the full moon.
Yeah. This is my Sozin's Comet. The diamond turns into the shape of a heart. I press it against his chest. Big old radiant light. Boom. Done.
Sailor Moon transformation.
A little bit.
Okay. The corpse underneath you takes a breath and it goes.
Sir, do you feel yourself turning into a creature of the undead variety?
Oh, girl, I feel myself all sorts of ways.
I slap him. Now?
Hello.
Oh, yes. Okay. Hi. I take 5 steps back.
Hey guys. It's me. My name is...
This is an energy I don't want to interact with.
Was he like this before, or did the rainbow of your magic
did you bring somebody else back, or like
smack some sass?
No, this is just no. That's
my question is, did you turn him gay? He is obviously flirting with you.
I mean, I'm not hard on the eyes, but I don't think so.
The first person he saw when he opened his eyes was a dwarf during Dwarf History Month, so like maybe
that's got to be powerful, but I don't think so.
It's like a chick imprinting on its mother.
I don't like that, actually.
My name is Eric, and it's great to see you guys. Hi, welcome to my house. What can I do for you? I feel great, actually.
Can I real quick, I have to mention that when you asked me for an accent before, the first thing that came to mind is what you're doing right now, and I decided that's too offensive.
Oh.
I don't think the accent itself is offensive. I thought that any way I could try and describe it to you would be.
Fair enough. Okay. Well, then I will just keep going, and maybe I'll get canceled for it.
No.
And I'll just have a lot more free time on my hands. So
we'll have to get a new DM. That'd be so tedious.
What's going on, guys? Oh, Christina, Izzy, you guys are here. You look great. What's up?
Does Arnold notice anything about him? Does it seem as if this is a deception or an illusion of any sort?
You notice that Izzy and Christina are staring at this figure agog. Both of their jaws are dropped and they seem unsure as to whether this is like something is clearly very strange here.
I think Gareth will look at. Does Gareth notice these two reactions at all?
Or for sure. They're not trying to hide it at all.
I think Gareth is going to go, so is this normal? I am not very familiar with your papa.
Oh, no. Papa had a much more rugged voice, much more, this doesn't sound like Papa at all.
That wasn't me. just before
you-
anyone looks at me.
Yeah, I was gonna
Yeah,
say,
not
Julian,
me.
you bring back the wrong guy, or is
Izzy,
this like,
Izzy looks at you and says, "Send this one back and get back my father."
I
can I
slap him
talk
again.
to?
Wow. Hey, that didn't feel great.
Can I ask
Well,
how,
or
5
maybe,
steps.
or maybe didn't it?
how does Josh Pat feel about him?
Josh Pat is alert. Hackles raised, not quite growling, but the tail is not swishing. I will say that, Mel.
All right. Okay.
I
the
think
food
Gareth
is
is
not
gonna.
noodling.
Bestie.
I was just going to say that Mel already being very suspicious and concerned that it's some sort of evil undead thing. She's probably going to pull an arrow and point it, assuming she might have to kill the fucking thing. And I'm just going to say, what is your name?
Me? Oh, well, I'm Eric, of course, obviously, the only irreplaceable.
Eric.
Oh, just
Where are
one
you-
name, just like Cher, Madonna, Eric.
Tell her.
It's actually Aeryk.
Mel kills him for that.
What, can you repeat that again?
Aeryk,
A-E.
as in
Yeah, Gareth also kills him for that.
I gotta say, guys,
Eric?
I gotta say,
know,
I
Kill
Eric,
yourself.
I don't think this is your body.
You know what's crazy? I like this better than mine. It's sort of big, it's blustery, it's got a little
Hey.
heft to it.
You should be confident in your own skin.
Oh my god, thank you.
I agree, friend. Wait, what can I ask? First of all, nice to meet you. I'd love to be your best friend, but what happened to your body? Where is your body right now?
Mine? Oh, my body?
Yes.
Oh, I was hacked up by Dr. Frankenstein 6 months ago.
I mean,
Dr. Frankenstein,
name drop.
not his monster?
No, just
The
the doc.
doctor himself?
The doc, yeah, got an audience
Or
with a big
herself.
guy.
Oh wait, can I ask? Are you familiar with the spirit or essence, soul, whatever that's supposed to be in this body that we were trying to awaken?
Oh yeah, no, I have no idea.
So you just
I
jumped
believe
into
you.
this body like you stole a car, like it's like a fantasy Uber,
Yeah,
like, how
drive
does
it
this
like
work?
drive it like you stole it. Ain't that right?
You wouldn't download a body.
Oh, I love you.
You wouldn't down.
And Eric
Installing
slaps
update.
he slaps Adolphus's knee and says like, "Hey, get up, big boy. Let me pilot this guy around. Let me see what he's got going on."
Adolphus, do not get up.
Yes, I was not planning on it.
I think Gareth is gonna walk over and like place an arm, or not an arm. I want to like step on one of his arms because he's still like flat on his back.
Yeah, he is lying down and is sort of gesticulating as much as he can, but he's got very limited mobility because of the 15-year-old.
So I want to squat down to get close to his face, but I want one of my feet to be on one of his arms, pinning it to the ground.
So he's into it.
Friend, hi.
You're bringing a very interesting energy to this room right now, and I will say. However, I'm going to cut through the tension, let's say.
Yeah, you are.
And I'm going to
Slice
real
right through it,
quick.
Poppy.
I want to confirm your story. I want to clarify things. You were sliced and diced by Dr. Frankenstein
Docky
and
Franks.
then died.
Killed it.
And so I assume in the afterlife, you saw a light and went towards it. Trust me, been there.
Yeah.
And you showed up.
This afterlife sort of cursed vat of souls that Strahd keeps in this domain. But yeah, sure.
That's okay, notably pretty different. I wouldn't describe it as a cursed vat of souls. It was more like, you know what? I'm gonna take the opportunity to describe what the afterlife was for Gareth.
Yeah, everybody
I've
let's-
been waiting for
Yes,
Gareth to
yes.
tell her about this for a very long time.
I like to think that Mel has been asking every day.
As this conversation just keeps going, Julian just slowly takes out his notebook and starts taking notes.
Okay, Gareth, tell us about the afterlife.
I feel like a cursed vat of souls is kind of a hyperbole. I mean, I was the only one that I was completely alone. I mean, have you ever been to like those salty seas where it's just like a reflection of the sky. Felt like I was walking around in clouds and nothing. And then
Listen, you're making death sound way too good for Mel and Diana. All
I'll tell
alone.
you, it was fucking boring. I saw the sun and I was like, I wonder if I could walk into the sun. And then I was awake and I was back. I guess the sun must have been the light I walked to and being revived, but I woke up in my body. I don't understand how we got this mix up here.
Okay, well, sort of. I see what you're saying, big guy. I'm loving it. Walk into the light as far as I'm concerned. But also, sort of my thing was like, what was death like? Okay, so imagine you're like the only sober person at like a 30-year-old's birthday party. And so like everybody there is screaming and the kids want cake and the parents are like, "Oh, did you bring a present?" And like you forgot to bring a present and like all you wanted was a goddamn mimosa and then, that's your eternity. And
So
then
you
I
went to
saw
hell.
and then I
I
saw
was
a
gonna
door
say,
I saw a
Mel's my
door
hell.
opened and I was like, "Fuck yes, Poppy, let me in there."
Okay, but was
let
the
him
door
cook.
open? Like, did you cut in
Stop.
front of somebody to get through the door?
I'm sorry, one more time.
You say if you were at a party with somebody else trying to exit, you just like, oh, excuse me, and like jumped in.
You know what's crazy is I did actually see a face. It was some boring motherfucker with a boring face, and he had no energy to bring to the table whatsoever. He just looked like a guy. He looked like he paid his taxes on time, And I was like, "Excuse me, Eric's door,
It's
Can I
just
try
me.
something stupid?
please."
I want to try for a deception roll and just be like, if you want to talk about energy and that party you were back in, I heard that Erica was in there and her energy is fantastic. And you're wasting up here with these bums and depressed villagers. You need to go back to that party and talk to Erica.
All right, so
She knows what's up.
you're gonna try and convince this freshly revivified zombie person
Yeah,
that it's better dead.
correct.
And you're gonna do that without Mel or Diana's help.
I
I mean,
will
gonna be so honest,
absolutely.
Gareth had a pretty okay time being dead. Like, it wasn't,
All right.
it was boring.
I'm just saying, like, I'd maybe like Diana's
Wait.
hand on the ball here. What's up? What's up?
I'm,
Anthony?
I was
I'm
gonna say,
sorry.
can I
I'm gonna
also
have
help
to,
to
I'm gonna have
persuade
to
this?
insist that Mel is not depressed. I don't think. I think that is a uniquely Diana trait.
That was
Is it
a
though?
classic face. Is there a difference here?
Okay, Anthony, I did interrupt you. What were you gonna say? I'm sorry.
Oh, I was gonna say, like, Ken Arnold, like, seeing his friend try to persuade this spirit to leave, knowing that that's not the right spirit. Obviously, can I try to help the persuasion? By doing anything or saying anything to this person, saying, like, yeah, actually, you're right, but that very boring soul that you saw trying to enter here belongs to that body, which is also, as you probably recognize, very feeble and old and boring as well. So I'm sure
feeble and old. From what I could tell, this guy is neither of those things. This dude is built like a Mack truck, and I want to drive him straight around, or
no.
I guess
Gay around. Nice.
Yes, Apollo.
Whatever's going on here, Julian doesn't like it. We'll
Fair.
throw on a guidance. You get an extra D4.
Okay, so I guess the question is, Arnold, what tune do you play to perfectly frame Garrett's argument that maybe it's better off dead?
I play you get knocked down, you don't get up
God
again.
damn it.
And you never want to keep it down. You get knocked down. Please don't get up again.
I never thought I would hear tub thumping in the year of our Lord 2024.
All right, Gary, make the roll, do it with advantage.
Advantage and also an extra D4 on top of it, right?
Yeah,
Correct.
from me.
Okay, let me get one.
Julia just kind of says like, this is bad.
This has got to stop.
So listen, Julian, here's what I'm thinking. If we can't get the right person here, I just kill it again.
I mean,
yeah, I mean, like,
if you want to kill it again, that's fine. If I wait like about if I go to sleep, I would be able to prepare the speak with dead spell, and then we can just talk to the corpse.
Quick
I
question.
mean, do you feel like you can just nap? Like, do you need like a fantasy Ambien or like?
I need.
Am
If
I
you have
including?
some lo-fi, that would help, like beats to
Yeah,
study to.
is there
I think the
lo-fi music to
bard
chill
can
slash
do
study
something
to?
about that.
Arnold
Oh,
is a
perfect.
walking lo-fi beats.
Okay, am
I
I
take out my
including?
notebook and like headphones and I sit there and scribble and you just hear the cool lo-fi beats.
Whoa, I'm going to sleep.
Gary, what'd you say?
Am I including the D4 in my advantage?
Yes.
Okay, cool. So the first roll we got 15 plus 2 is 17 plus my deception 5 is 23.
Okay.
Second roll is a 8 plus 3 is 11 plus 5 is 16, so 23.
Okay. Okay. 23 is pretty good, but I gotta tell you guys, Eric's zest for life is something else. Because he was in a shitty place and now he's not. So what is Eric gonna say here? Eric is going to say
Yeah, I wanted, is this house in like disrepair at all? I wanted to just pick up a brick and hold it over his head.
Mel has an arrow pointed at him.
shit, Mel does have an arrow pointed at his head. Okay. Eric says, well, you know, don't overstay your welcome. Sure, I'll go. Sure. Yeah. You don't want me at this party? Fine. I don't want to be here. But I'll tell you what, big man with your big, huge, throbbing argument. You know what? I'll see you later.
Who are you talking to?
He is talking to you.
Am I the one with the throbbing argument? I thought my argument was a half chub at best.
It's a perfectly average argument.
Listen, you've never gotten any complaints.
It's not
Julian,
the
the philosophy major.
It's not about the size,
size.
it's how you use the argument, okay?
It was a logically sound and valid argument. I don't know if I would describe it as throbbing, but hey.
Maybe Eric's definition of throbbing is different from yours. Speaking of Eric, he disappears into this corpse like a flushing toilet, which is how souls die. Is just they just straight through the eyes, back to the head. Look up now and here you're dead. And now you got a blank soul. Apollo, roll a d20. Tell me what number you get.
Oh God.
Roll me a d20 and don't tell me what number you get. Keep it a secret.
Well, it's a 2.
Oh.
It's
Eric again. No,
Eric comes back.
I got so bored. I'm back.
Actually, with a 2, Apollo,
it's Erica.
I think the corpse stays empty. I think it's just a corpse now.
Okay, I think I just yeah. That shouldn't have happened. It seems like in the brief second of your father's soul returning. I'm talking to Izzy and Christina. In the brief millisecond of your father's soul returning to his body, another soul kind of pushed him out of the way, got in the body, and now I can't reach your father. I don't know where he is. I tried.
Oh God, no, Papa.
Condolences.
Hey, whoa.
Condolences.
Fret not, Christian. I have the solution potentially. Eric mentioned a cursed vat of souls, which from my personal experience is not the typical afterlife ever after. It seems they're being trapped and prevented from reaching that afterlife, meaning we might be able to bust that vat wide open and fill all those corpses up like balloons.
So you're saying that you could go to Castle Ravenloft and you could break into the demon vampire Strahd's vault and secure Papa's soul from his cursed urn of souls.
100%.
Whoa, motherfucker. Whoa.
I'm going to be rude.
We are not known for being like very fast. Like we spend like a solid hour and a half at a door. By the time we did that, all of these bodies are not going to be suitable for life anymore.
What
So,
body
I'll
is
tell you
suitable
what,
for life,
we'll
though,
do
John?
that absolutely preposterous thing that you just mentioned. If you can somehow refrigerate all of these bodies, if you can provide us with transport to the castle, some sort of RV to live in, and if you can pay us a whole lot, because that would be nice.
I don't think refrigerating them at this point is going to help.
Oh. Fuck, that's really funny. Adolphus pipes up and he adjusts his oversized fez and his two big sleeves. And he says, you know what you could do? You could go to Blinksy. And Izzy,
Can I sit on the body next to him and say, like,
yeah,
who's
absolutely.
Blinksy?
There's
Blinksy?
There's a little bit of give, Arnold, and I'm going to say like an unsettling amount of give in that body underneath you. And this 15-year-old butler sits up a little straighter, and he says, Blinksy is toy maker, but I hear he sells cursed toys. I hear he sells the real term is homunculus.
So cursed toys, we're thinking about like butt plugs and dildos, right?
No, I am talking very seriously of the cursed homunculus that Blinksy offers. He calls them homunculus.
What?
Homunculus, real good, dude.
He calls them homunculus. They are toys that you can pour a soul into.
And you want to know how you activate them? You sell them a set of beautiful Libris Arcana dice, and they stay homunculus for the rest of their natural life.
Putting the fun in homunculus.
Okay, let's break the dead body tableau for a second. The door to this mansion slams
we're
open.
back to doors.
A window
The
breaks.
window of this mansion slams open.
Some bitch jumps through the window. It is an older woman. She's wearing sort of like tattered, what looks to be a nun's habit, although it's like seen better days.
She's looking for
and she is like in tears, and she breaks in sobbing, and she goes, "It's like Christina, please, I need help, somebody!"
Mel shooter.
Wow. Your distress tolerance is at an all-time low.
My therapist is on vacation this week.
I was gonna say, like earlier, I'm like, this person is just really wanting to speak with their dead, like recently dead father that we might. You're like, fuck that person and murder them.
You know what? No, I respect it. I respect the hustle.
I mean, I'm gonna be honest. I've been on Diana's side since the beginning. Izzy is kind of a huge bitch, and Christine seems perfectly capable.
Yeah.
What's Christina talking about? Like, you
Izzy's
could go to
also
Castle
kind of
Ravenloft. Ma'am, you have the big sword and you're covered in blood. You're more capable to do this.
Izzy turns and says, "Oh, Mary, what? Please do not cry. What seems to be the problem? Are you quite all right?" And Christina immediately goes to her and like sort of like comforts her somehow. I don't know, puts a hand on her shoulder. However people comfort each other.
Gives her a big old kiss.
She gives her a huge smoocherino right on the cheek, and says, "Oh, Mary, don't cry. Please tell us what happened. I'm going to kill you in real life."
Dumbest thing. No.
Not during Black History Month.
Okay.
I got an extra day to live this month. Come on, man.
She
so
says,
upset about it, honestly, like what's with this
Okay.
extra?
Good, Alex. Pull up.
She says, it's Gertrude. I haven't seen her all night. She was out. She was going out on the road. I haven't seen her. Now she's gone. She's missing, and somebody's gonna steal my daughter. Please help. And Christina says, "Oh, I don't like it. It's quite dangerous out there on the roads. But Gertrude, the poor little miss, she's missing. She's all alone. She's probably petrified. I think we have to try. Dear adventurers."
Did
we,
Arnold
honey?
understand that language?
We.
What do you mean? Yeah. Did my mic not pick that up at all?
No, yeah, I'm sure you picked it up. I just heard a lot of like.
Heard something about someone went for like a run or
No,
Basically,
I'm pretty sure her
Mary's
daughter
daughter
went for a run and is now
Gertruda
missing.
has gone missing.
Yeah.
Perfect.
TLDR.
TLDR. And Christine turns to you and says, would you care to join me for a rescue mission?
100% no.
Oh, that's a dismaying energy to sort of hit for offering to find a small lost girl. Perhaps you might reconsider. I did just offer you a quest, and you said no, and that's a really weird energy.
You know what? I think
Listen,
what we're gonna do is just
here's
open a
what
bar
I'll tell
here.
you, Christian. All right, I've listed demands for going on this quest. We are on the run from financial ailments, and if you can help us with those financial ailments, maybe we won't need to run.
I turn to Mel and I say, Mel, priority number one is getting out of this place. If we get on the roads, we might. In my research of the Shadowfell, there's this group of people. They're called the Vistani. They're nomadic traveling people. They have the blessings. They have some ability that lets them, ability or blessing or capability that lets them travel through the mist and even get out of it. If we can find them, maybe they can help us get out of here without having to deal with any undead bullshit. I don't want to deal with
I
vampires.
do have a question. I mean, agree, unless they're sexy and emotionally unavailable.
They
When
might.
we like escape the mist, are we going back to the taxes? Because if the answer is yes, I'm
I
staying
mean,
here.
so long as you
Julian,
stay
I hate
out.
to correct you, but getting out of here is in fact our second priority, right behind not paying those taxes.
Oh, okay. So long as you don't go to Waterdeep specifically for a little while, you're good.
Oh, okay, great.
There are other cities on the Sword Coast. We could go to Baldur's Gate. We could go to Neverwinter.
Love that game. Okay, great. Well, so then it's settled. I guess we'll do this quest if you pay all of our taxes for us. That's what our accountant said.
It's not what I said.
That's what he said.
It's
I
what
heard
we
it.
all
I
heard very,
looks
very
at
clearly.
Mel and
Because
Arnold.
otherwise,
You heard
you
that, right?
know, that's what I heard. I mean, alternatively, we're gonna go and do our own thing, and if we happen to run into Gertrude, then we'll send her your way. But if we don't, meh.
Well, sorry, that's
We
me.
owe a lot in taxes, so
yeah, no, for sure.
because we're like stupid rich.
Although the longer that we do stay here, the more time we give my peers back in Baldur's Gate, the actual accountants, by the way, I'm an intern. The actual accountants have to figure out your tax situation.
Yeah,
So
you're
I
an
mean, we could
actual
just kill
accountant.
time.
That's what we've been saying. You're an actual accountant.
I love
Okay.
how humble he is. He's so good at his job.
I'm a scholar.
You're damn
All right,
right,
first
you're a
accountant.
scholar, and look at you go.
First, we have to bury my father. He was a good man. We must inter his body in sacred ground because, as you have just witnessed, I fear that if we leave him out, the dark forces that rule over this valley could take his body, snatch it, if you will, and use it for nefarious purposes. We must inter his body.
Who's we, honey?
Myself.
Actually,
and
hold
an
on.
associate.
I think that Israel here has a great idea. I think that not only should we bury this father's corpse, we should bury all of the corpses that you have led to their death tonight. They're dead on the street, and they could be snatched up from the darkness just like your father.
You should have to look at all of their faces
and list it and tell me all of their names.
I will admit that was what the fire was for, to sort of char up.
No, you lazy.
Oh, okay, so we can just burn your dad then. We can do that. If you already have a fire going for their corpses, we'll just throw your dad on the pile.
Give me a persuasion check with advantage, Gareth, for that very well structured argument to throw his own actions.
I respect a well structured argument. Guidance.
See, there's your throbbing argument.
It's so throbbing. It's
my argument,
veiny, and bubbling with pre-logic.
As a philosophy major, I respect a
screaming out.
I respect a good argument. Have guidance.
One more stroke of this argument, and the logic is gonna bust all over.
Well, I needed. Where'd my D4s go? Here they are.
Okay, so I have an advantage and also the D4 again.
Yeah.
Badass. By the way, I'm using matching D4 and D20, both provided by Libris Arcana. I'm using, I believe, I don't know the name of that set. Never mind.
All right, I'll cut that whole bit out. Give it to me clean.
Okay, I am now rolling for the thing you just had me roll for. The first one is 17 plus 1 plus persuasion is 2, so that is 20, dirty 20. Second one is 8 plus 2 is 10 plus 2 again is 12, so dirty 20.
Dirty 20. Okay. Ismark Izzy Kolyanovich dies a little behind the eyes. He's just really sad. And he stammers and says, I that is not, I wasn't, I didn't.
Friend, I know that you want to give your utmost respect to the dead. You have to give the same respect to all the dead.
You know, stranger, I agree. Perhaps I have been a little selfish. Perhaps it is time to give the dead the respect they deserve. We will bury all the fallen tonight. And by we, I mean me, because I know you are not going to pick up a single shovel.
I disagree. I am actually going to help.
I was speaking to her.
There's a lot of dead people out there.
I was speaking to her specifically, sort of the.
Oh yeah, no, she, yeah.
She seems great.
I wouldn't even let my dog bury a bone out there right now, okay? You guys are on your own.
All right. With that, we are going to end this episode right there with Mel being Mel.
Burn.
I feel like this reminds me of a joke that I texted Alex at approximately 12:30 this morning. Midnight 30. I text Alex.
Wait.
Guy with no object permanence having sex for the first time. Yeah, I'm kind of nervous. Yeah. Where'd it go?
That's so stupid.
I feel like that's just you somehow. I know it's not, but somehow I feel like that's just you.
Garion, is this the part where you admit you don't have object permanence?
And you haven't had sex yet, and you're worried that you think you'll lose it.
Dick's gonna disappear.
My dick disappeared.
I'm still not sure where it goes when I have pants on.